Good morning everybody, and welcome to the studio. It's Saturday and I've had a really busy week and I'm still running behind schedule, so I actually have to get some quilting done, but I have made a hell of a mess in my studio this week, being super busy, and so I have to actually clean before I can do any quilting, and I've got a few other things that I've got to do, and all the rest of it is incredibly hot here today. It's warming up by the second. It's only early in the morning, so I just thought I'd pop in and say hi. We've got another stitch with me today, and I've got a few things that I've got to get sorted and whatnot, but I will pop in throughout the day, and I think the lawnmower guys just turned up as well, so everybody is a buzz this morning. But this is Saturday in the studio, and this is pretty much what I get up to, so I hope that you enjoy our Stitch With Me and Advent opening as well, and watching me do a little bit of the stuff that I do in the studio. All clean, yay! All the fabric is away, but now I have this disaster area to clean up. But I've managed to get some stuff put away. That's the problem when, like, you're working away and you're busy, and you don't get time to put everything away, so you just pile it all up and all the rest of it. And yeah, you've seen a few Christmas presents there hidden in book boxes and stuff like that. So yeah, so I've still got all this end to clean up this today, but I'm getting there. I'll be able to get in and do some quilting in a little bit. It won't take me long. Everybody has a messy room, so but that is what I'm quilting today. Today is day 11 of our DDs Vlogmas. Hopefully you've been enjoying all of the Advent opening and the Stitch With Me's and the sewing tutorials and the floss tube and all the other things that I've been adding in. As I said, we are up to day 11 of the Stitch With Me, and we are just working on Holiday Quaker yet again. So if you're new here, don't forget to give us a thumbs up down below. Leave us a comment, tell us where you're watching from or what you're working on, and yeah, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it, and then that way you won't miss out on any future posts, as I always say. For those that are new here or may have just stumbled across the channel, we are a multi-craft channel, and basically I do a little bit of cross stitching, I do sewing tutorials, I do diamond paint with me, stitch with me's, general just chit chats, a day in the studio where I might be working on something random. We also have a Facebook group that you can join as well. It's called DDs Quilting and Crafting. We have a whole heap of challenges coming up for 2022. So we've got some crafting ones, photography ones, journaling, stitching, reading, all the things that all our members enjoy doing we have over there. So you'll have to come over and join us. The link is down below, and anything that I talk about in the video today, the links are always down below. You will have noticed that my book list has disappeared. I now have a kit what they call a kit list, and you will be able to subsequently find all the books over there. I am slowly but surely adding them to the ones that I've read this year. I'm slowly but surely adding them to that. 2022 will be a lot better up to date. I've only just started doing that, so it's playing a little bit of catch up. All the links there are affiliate links on Kit. They are to Amazon and or other places that are accepted on Kit, and I just try to find the cheapest book as possible, and ones that are in all formats, because not everybody wants a physical book. Some people want a Kindle and some people want audio. So when you click on it, it will take you and it'll be highlighted on the audio. I just find that easier to do because that's what it comes up with at the beginning, and then you've got other options. So if you click on any of those other options, I will still get a little bit of a kickback from that. So if you are looking for any of the books, don't forget to use my link down below. And as I said, I hunt for the cheapest one, and the cheapest offering with the best, like with good reviews, not just some random. So I always try to get one that's got a lot of, like a vendor that's got a lot of good reviews and stuff like that. I am actually looking at Booktopia as well. Booktopia is available all over, so, and they generally have free shipping as well. So I am looking into becoming an affiliate with them if you can. So keep an eye out for that. I'll keep you updated anyway with that. Alright, so we are here for the Stitch With Me. As I said, we're working on Holiday Quaker. I'll just move that. We are still working on the moon. As you can see, I've done a little bit of mapping out there, and I'm just doing the last leg of the cross. I have done a little bit more mapping out on my chart, because I'm actually every 100 stitches taking a picture, because I am using this for a challenge in the Daily 30 group. So it's called Trim the Tree, and basically what happens is we have to stitch on a piece that you would find on your Christmas tree. So for instance, you would find a ornament on a Christmas tree of a snowflake. You would find an angel on a tree. You would find a Santa ornament on a tree. You would find a reindeer on a tree. You could class this as tinsel. That to see where you go with the prompts, you've got to get creative. Yeah, so you could have that as tinsel. So I could use this for 4 or 5 different things. I don't have to stitch on that particular thing, but anything that I can find in here. So we you'll have little a snowman on there, you'd probably have a little star on there, you'd have a Santa hat on your Christmas tree. What else? You'd have like holly, the actual leaves on your Christmas tree. You can decorate trees with that, like the holly and bells and all that sort of stuff. So you get a little bit creative. Not all the time is accepted, sometimes it's not, but I'm just sort of getting back into the habit of doing the challenges and all the rest of it. And I thought that would be a good one. I didn't have to chop and change and all the rest of it. So I thought I'd use that. So over the next couple of days, and I've got until the end of December, I think, to do that. And I've got 20 ornaments to create. So basically that gives me 2,000 stitches into this. And I should be able to do that with any luck. Obviously there'll be other ones that I'm using that you'll see in floss tubes and stuff like that, because I am predominantly stitching on Christmas stuff at the moment, as you would have seen yesterday. So basically, I don't know where that all just came from. It must come off the unwrappings of the boxes and stuff, pulling stuff out. So basically what I'm doing is I map out 100 stitches. So for every 100 stitches I get I put up a picture, so where I started and where I finished in that 100. So while I'm filming, I'm sort of taking pictures and that as I do 100. So for instance, when I've done that first one where I mapped out, that was 100, and so that finished just there, and then all this little spot in here, that's 100 stitches. Believe it or not, that is 100 stitches. And then the next one will come up here. We're just looking at it here. Yeah, so it'll come up and just come towards there, and it'll come up to about there, and that'll all fill in, and then that'll be another 100 stitches, and then that's like 300 stitches already. So I will get a fair bit from this moon, and that's why I'm using it. Alright, so let's get started with the openings. I will just pop this needle down so it's not in the way. I've got other ones already sorted. We are up to day 11, so I don't know what this is. It's feeling very soft and very, very thin. Yeah. So day 11 in the mystery. This is the mystery one. We don't know what we're getting in this. I think we've established, I think we can honestly say we have established the fact that it is for junk journaling. I haven't done junk journaling, and the more that I think about it, I don't know whether I'd get into it or not. But you know what? I might give it a go for 12 months and see how we go. I'm going to watch some videos on junk journaling and all that sort of stuff and see how we go. Oh, okay. So this looks like little flowers, cutouts. Awesome. Oh, there's lots in here. Oh my goodness, there's heaps in here. There's some of them are stuck up in there. There we go. There we go. Oh, no, that's not all of them. Oh, there's still more coming out. There we go. So these look like to be punched out from scrapbooking paper and such. I'll use that big one there. We've got butterflies in there. We've got hearts. We've got textured flowers. We've got like even more round ones. We've got, yeah, so it looks like it out of writing. Another heart. Awesome. They will come in handy for in my journal and whatnot, but that's actually a really good little bundle. Like, there's a whole heap in there that I'll be able to use and just pop them out through the through my, I can use them in my cross stitch journal or anything. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so we'll just pop them aside, just pop it over in my basket so I don't lose them. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm thinking that I'm going to watch a few different tutorials on junk journaling and use this stuff, or you know, like, and see how it all comes together. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how we go. Whether it's 2022 I do that or another time, I don't know. All right, we are up to book 11. It is a big one. It's a paperback. It's not a hardcover. So I've taken to using my chopstick to get it open, if I can get it under somewhere at the end. Without knocking myself out. All right. Okay, so let me just get this out. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Ouch. All right, we got it out. Okay, this is a ow, that hurt. Okay, The Favourite Sister, by Jessica Knoll. Okay, it is a fiction, and that is, I'm assuming that is the author just there, and this is the front cover. It has an umbrella on it, from the best-selling author of Luckiest Girl Alive. I have never heard of her, so but that's not unusual to not hear of someone. Like, there's so many authors out there now. Like, I wouldn't be able to read as many books as I do if we didn't have a ton. It's Dangerous at the Top. Okay, so let me see when this was published. So that's her only other novel that she is Luckiest Girl Alive. It was first published in the United States in 2018, and this is, sorry, yes, yeah, published in the UK and the United States in 2018. All right, so it starts with a prologue, and it looks like it is, let me just have a look. It's a decent sized book too. Like, it's not a small book. Like, the writing in it's really good too. Okay, good size writing. We have, how many pages do we have? 372 pages, with a couple of pages of acknowledgements. I've noticed a lot of books lately that I've been getting that the acknowledgements have been in the back of the book. Is that a new thing? Like, normally your acknowledgements are in the front of the book, you know, and it's dedicated and all that sort of stuff. But I've noticed a couple of the books that I've got recently, the acknowledgements have been in the back, and all the rest of it. Dude, that feels weird. Like, it actually feels like an umbrella, like a plastic umbrella. This is really smooth, and then this feels like plastic. That's really bizarre. All right, so what is it about? Brett and Kelly Courtney are the shining jewels in a New York-based reality TV show called Gold Diggers, one of the most popular shows on American national TV. Its fiercely competitive cast of five self-made women is defined by each woman's success, beauty and ruthless drive to reach the top. by whatever means necessary. Ooh, a good cat fight books by the sounds of it. Ooh, I like a good cat fight. I don't like cat fights, but I don't mind a good competition book. The Courtney sisters' rivalry goes skin deep. Despite the blossoming business they have built together, helping disadvantaged women in Morocco, harboring bitter jealousy, dark secrets about their manufactured screen lives, they're joined by 3 other hyper-competitive women, all bringing their own agenda. Latest season promises that sparks will fly in the quest to get even higher ratings. Vicious backstabbing, scathing social media attacks, and finely tuned scripting draw in the viewing public every week, orchestrated by the show's producers, but even they don't know that season 4 will end in murder. Oh, all right, so that sounds like a good book. Knife sharp, one of the, like, what do you call them, blurbs that another author or magazine or something has written about it. Knife sharp and enthralling. Jessica Knowles, the favourite sister, is as bold and smart and audacious of a novel about women and ambition as you could hope for. That's a pretty good blurb on that. So that is the book that we've got, The Favourite Sister. I'm looking forward to reading this one. This one actually sounds really good. So, and I love the cover. Like I said, that feels like plastic on the top. So anyway, that is the book of today, book 11. I'm getting some really good books. Are you all enjoying getting the books, that, like, seeing what books I'm getting and all the rest of it? Some of them I probably won't read, and if they're young adult, I'll probably pass them on to Nerolee or Savannah. Sometimes Savannah already has the book, so then that will be a giveaway. Yeah, so, but, you know, you just never know. I might end up giving some away during the year because I've got plenty of books. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what 2022 brings. Okay, so we are at day 11 for our diamond painting one. It's just a little one today. It rattles a little bit. I think it might be some more drills. So let's open it up and see what we've got. Awesome. We have some square crystal ones, AB 444 in lemon. So you can see them there. They're so pretty. They're so sparkly, the AB ones. Absolutely gorgeous. So that is day 11. So tomorrow is day 12 for our Advent opening. So join me again tomorrow for that. Now let's get into the stitch with me. All right, so I'm not going to be on for too long today because I do have a lot to do. It is Saturday. I'm running out of shopping days for Christmas and all the rest of it. I've got a few things coming up next week that I've got to get done and all the rest of it. So I'm not going to be with you for too long today. I'm just going to sort of finish this area off, take the photo, and then I'll map out the next area, and then I'll probably just call it a day. I'll just map the outskirts of it, and we'll go from there. We'll see how we go. But we are going to be talking about what book that I have read since the last time we were together. Yeah, so I haven't had any more questions about challenges or anything. And I haven't heard from I've answered the lady that asked about knitting and crochet one, so hopefully she's happy with that. I haven't had too many new people join the group. I think I've had about 6 this week, in the last week and a bit. So yeah, if your friends would be so interested in some of the challenges that we've got coming up and they're crafty people, by all means send them an invite and I will gladly have them join the group. Also, just make sure that you let them know to answer the questions. I mean, it depends on the person. If the questions aren't answered, I generally go and check out their profile and check out what they're public and it tells me what other groups they're in. If you're in a lot of crafting groups, then I don't really necessarily worry about the questions. If you're in a lot of selling groups, then I tend to want you to answer the questions because my group isn't about selling. It's about crafting and stuff like that. Yes, I do occasionally put stuff in there for the magazine, just to let people know that it's been it has come out and all the rest of it. So but generally there's no selling going on. I have another group where I do all my selling of my cross stitch supplies and all that sort of stuff over there, and fabrics and, you know, anything that news come into the store and stuff like that. So I have that group there, and then I have my website that I sell on, but I generally don't have people selling in the groups of their own stuff. There's plenty of buy, swap and sell and stash, de-stash sites and all that, and pass the stash sites and whatnot on Facebook, so I'm sure you'll be able to find somewhere. But yeah, other than that, we don't get too many people that some of them we do, like yeah. And sometimes I'll answer the questions, but they are in a lot of buy, swap and sell. And that, I mean, I'm in a couple of buy, swap and sell as well. But what I'll do is I'll actually just, I might put you to having your post having to be approved for a couple of weeks just to make sure, because, yeah, we had a few incidences where there was a lot of political stuff going up and selling stuff and all the rest of it. And that was back in the early days. But since we've had the questions and I've been vetting a lot better, I was very new to groups and stuff like that at that stage. But now that I vet a little bit better, we don't seem to have as much of an issue with politics and all the rest of it. And you can always tell the real political people, because they'll come in and then they'll leave the group within, you know, 24 hours or whatever. Usually after they've read the pin post, I would say. Yeah. All right. So, as I said, I'm going to talk about the books that I read. So the book that I read since the last time I was here is called Threadneedle. It's by Kari Thomas. It is her first book that she's written, and she is an English author, ex-journalist, now freelance writer, and all the rest of it. So basically, this book has 576 pages. It was published in May of 2021. The genre is fantasy young adult, I feel, and the format that I had was Kindle. I first come across it in Kindle when they sent me an email, and for an extra couple of bucks I got the audio, and I did a combination of reading and audio with this one. And the narrator was B. Holland. I have not listened to anything by B. Holland before, so it was quite interesting to listen to her. It was a great book. Like, well, I gave it 4 stars. So a little bit about the author. As I said, this is her first book. So she grew up in Wales and she moved to London in her 20s. She's worked as a journalist for various publications and at a creative agency before finally doing what she always wanted to do. And she quit her job to write a book about magic. She splits her days between freelance work and roaming London, writing in cafes and libraries and in hideouts, in any hideout that she could find, eating far too much cake and imagining a magical world hidden within today's London. So this is a little bit of where she's coming from in writing this book. A world of wild and ancient witchcraft, a world of modern fairy tale is essentially where the book is at. A world where libraries are made of books that breathe dusty pages beneath the city, and witch clubs serve up magical cocktails, vintage shops that sell memories, a world where magic gleams both light and very, very dark. It was fun. It's resulted in her debut novel, Threadneedle, and it's the very first in her series of Magic of Love. She's now moved back to Bristol with her husband and son, and when she's not reading strange magical books and working on her next book, she likes to eat good food, watch movies, dance around the kitchen, write poetry, and wander the woods, which she believes to be the most magical place on earth. And you know what? I will have to agree with her on that aspect. So basically, this book is sort of coming of age for Anna, is the main character. She is a witch. She is just about to turn 16, and the book starts with her just giving a little bit of a backstory. That her parents had been killed when she was little. She has lived with her aunt, which was her mother's sister. Her father murdered her. She's been led to believe that her father, or all she knows is her father strangled her mother. And her aunt says that it was magic that killed her mother. So basically, excuse me, then we're at the birthday party. She meets Celine is her favourite person, and she's excited to see her, and Celine turns up for her birthday late, so she was worried that she wasn't going to come, and then she comes with her daughter Effie. So basically Anna hasn't had much to do with magic or Effie, whereas Celine is like free loving and just is free to roam the magical world and all the rest of it, and so is Effie. And basically, she gets told that Effie's going to be going to her school, so she hasn't had much to do with this girl over the years, although she's had a fair bit to do with Celine, and basically the girls are brought together, and then it sort of just, the story evolves from there. So we've got Effie, who is into magic and has been free to do what she wants and all the rest of it. The aunt has sort of sheltered Anna and is trying to suppress her magic and all the rest of it. Now, the aunt actually belongs to a group called the Binders, and within 12 months... So essentially when Anna finishes school, because she's in the last year of her schooling, her magic is going to be bound. And these binders bind their magic, and then they release their magic when they're older, and then they can use it for good and stuff like that. So there's a whole heap of other things happening in it. I did find the middle of the book a little bit high schoolish. It was set in a high school. There are your quintessential bullies in it, so they... a little bit of a spoiler, they cast a spell to create rumours about these bullies. Darcy is the leader of these girls, and they give these other girls that Anna has met at school. Anna's always been a little bit of a nobody, never really talked to anybody, and since Effie's come onto the scene, another girl named Rowan has come into it, and another girl, which I cannot remember her name because she didn't really have a major part, but she was in it, have come together. They're all witches, and so they cast a rumour spell. And it's a very old spell that they used as well. Rowan's family is quite magical, so she's always known that she's a witch, whereas the other girl is from a religious background and was denying her witch within and all the rest of it, but she's sort of come into it. And it was quite funny how they all sort of come together. It was through an incident, and Effie was up on stage because she was getting called out for detention, and then the three other girls ended up just giggling, and they all ate this apple and so forth and so on, and they've all come together, and then it just goes on from there. So Effie takes Anna on this journey of discovery of magic and all the rest of it. Meanwhile, the aunt is trying to suppress all the magic, so she's hiding that she's doing these things, and she's sneaking around, and because she's feeling oppressed by her aunt, and just having this binding looming over her and all the rest of it, and she's just not sure, and then there's all these incidents. I don't want to give too much away. There's all these incidents through the book. It was quite a quick read. I was quite surprised, even though it was like 576 pages, which is not a bad size book for that. There's not a lot of world building or anything like that. There's some explanations and everything throughout the book of what they're doing and stuff like that, but it's not overly done, so it's not, The only, as I said, the only disappointment that I had with it was a little bit too high schooly, but it is young adult, so, I'm keen to read the second book. I can't wait for that to come out. So, as I said, this book was only published this year, so we've probably got a little ways to go before the next one comes out, which... it makes that hard because I like to just continue on with the story if I can. But I really did enjoy it, and I gave it 4 stars because it was, even though it was, sometimes it was a little bit high schooly, and to me that's a little bit slow. I still gave it 4 stars because for a first book, I think she done a fabulous job of getting the characters to develop and having a good story, having a couple of twists and turns and all that sort of stuff. So if you are into this sort of genre where yeah, or you're looking for a book to buy your teenager that's interested in that sort of stuff, I think that they would thoroughly enjoy it. As I said, I'm looking forward to reading the second one, so it's not a bad book if I'm looking forward to reading. And I finished it, so I didn't put it down. But I do like that sort of stuff where there's magic involved, and, you know, you've got that whimsical side of the magical things, like with, you know, the library that she talked about in her on Goodreads. When you go to Goodreads, you can click on the author and it'll tell you about the author and their books and stuff like that. So it was really interesting to go and read that, and how she, you know, wanted to incorporate today's world and a modern fairy tale and all that sort of stuff. So there are twists and turns through the book. Not heavy twists and turns by any means. It's just, you know, there's some twists and turns that you sort of didn't see coming. So you're led to believe that she is, you know, that there's all this other stuff happening, and that the aunt has her best interest at heart. But at the core of it, you're thinking to yourself, but does she really? Like, is that really a good thing to suppress a part of you? For me, no, it's not. But, you know, for other people, it might be. Yeah, so it is a really good book. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and that's it. All I've really got to say on it, and I'm looking forward to her next one to come out. So if you are looking for this book, as I said, it's called Threadneedle, and it's by Carrie Thomas. So Cari Thomas. And you can find it over on Goodreads. There's a good little blurb there about it. You can learn a little bit more about the author as well. You can follow the authors, I believe, on Goodreads as well. So you'll get to notification. You can also follow authors over on Kindle as well, and so when anything is released, you'll get a notification for that as well. So that makes it nice and easy. You can also you can see what other people are reading who have read Carrie Thomas's book as well, and you can also click. They've got a clickable link there to see all books by this author as well. So yeah. But that is Threadneedle, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. So that's it for me today. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you were working on, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Basically, I'm just here and I'm just doing the quilting, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you all again tomorrow for day 12. Bye for now.